Jordan Love isn't just a young quarterback that's taking his turn in Green Bay. He's coming for the throne. Jordan Love has come out guns blazing in the 2025 season, and he's putting the entire league on notice. Right now, the NFL feels like it belongs to Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, with Joe Burrow and Josh Allen close behind. But quietly, steadily, Love is positioning himself to be the next name in that conversation. After years of waiting, learning, and grinding in the shadows, Jordan Love is now ready to step out in the spotlight with a Green Bay Packers team that's ready to rally around him.
Have you ever been part of a game that ended in a tie?
No, I have not. First time.
So what positives can you take from this?
I think we did a lot of good things on offense. I think, at the end, it turned into a shootout.
When Green Bay made the move for Micah Parsons this offseason, no one expected they were thinking Super Bowl or bust, but they were. And the Cheeseheads are always ready to rock. This is a story about patience, about development, and about potential that might finally be turning into production. Jordan Love is the kind of quarterback who forces you to stop scrolling, stop talking, and just watch, because every throw feels like a message, not just to defenders, not just to his critics, but to the league itself, saying, I belong here. Before Green Bay, before the shadow of Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love built his foundation at Utah State University. And for anyone who didn't follow the Mountain West back then, here's the bottom line. Love was electric.
Well, how are you doing? How are you feeling ahead of week one, especially your
I'm doing good, feeling good. I think we're all ready and excited get the season kicked off. Obviously, get a home game here at Lambeau and just NFC North team. So we're excited about it and we're ready.
Across his 3-year college career, Love rewrote the Utah State record books, throwing for more than 8,600 yards, completing over 61% of his passes, and tossing 60 touchdowns. He finished with over 9,000 yards of total offense and notched 12 career 300-yard passing games. His breakout year came in 2018. That season, Love completed nearly 64% of his passes for 3,567 yards and 32 touchdowns against just 6 interceptions. Those are video game numbers, and they put him firmly on NFL radars. But it wasn't just the stats, it was the way he played. Love showed a live arm, the ability to stretch defenses vertically, and a calmness in the pocket that belied his age. He could extend plays, hit windows that felt too tight, and he carried himself like a QB who believed he could control a game. Of course, there were inconsistencies. 2019 was rougher, with more interceptions and a dip in efficiency. But that also showed scouts something else: resilience. Love wasn't a finished product yet, but he was a bet on upside. And when the 2020 NFL Draft rolled around, the Green Bay Packers made him a first-round pick, taking him 26th overall. For a program like Utah State, that was monumental. For Love, it was validation. He had gone from overlooked recruit to first-round quarterback. Green Bay knew they had raw talent that could be shaped by learning from a pedigree of Hall of Famers in Green Bay. Imagine being drafted in the first round and then being told to sit 4 years. That was Jordan Love's introduction to the NFL. From 2020 to 2022, Love's role in Green Bay was simple: watch and learn from Aaron Rodgers. Learn how he prepares, how he studies, and how he sees defenses. And for a young quarterback, that can be a blessing and a curse. On one hand, you've learned from a 4-time MVP and one of the best to ever throw a football. On the other hand, you're itching to prove yourself, but your time never comes. Keeping your confidence high and your motivation pure requires mental toughness. Love's early career could have been frustrating. He only got a handful of starts, and when he did, the results were mixed. But what stood out was his attitude. He never complained publicly, he never demanded a trade, and he embraced the apprenticeship. In interviews, Love has reflected on that time with surprising maturity. He said that sitting behind Rodgers taught him patience, taught him how to handle pressure, and gave him an invaluable education in quarterback play at the highest level. You learn more by watching a master at work than by rushing into mistakes yourself, he's paraphrased.
And we're ready to get this thing kicked off and my goal is to be the best player every day for this team. We got a pretty special team.
Think about that. In today's NFL, young quarterbacks are thrown to the wolves immediately. They're judged just after 10 starts. Some never even recover. But Love, he got 3 full years to absorb Rodgers' methods, to understand how he led a locker room, to grasp not just the playbook, but the rhythm of being an NFL quarterback. And when Rodgers finally moved on to the Jets, Love was ready. And he didn't need to be Rodgers, he just needed to be Jordan Love. And that, it turns out, is exactly what the 2025 Packers needed. Fast forward to now, the 2025 season. Jordan Love is no longer the apprentice, he's that dude. And the eye test is confirming what the stat sheet is showing. Through the first few weeks, Love has already thrown for 663 yards, 5 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. His passer rating sits at 110.1, which is elite territory. these aren't empty numbers either. He's hitting throws under pressure, spreading the ball around, and showing command of the offense in ways that makes the Packers coaching staff grin. Analysts are taking notice. Some see shades of Lamar Jackson in the way that Love moves his feet, throws with different arm angles, and in the quiet confidence that he exudes. Others caution that he still has much to improve. Sustaining production over a full season is a different beast, but the consensus is clear. Love is ahead of schedule. Green Bay as a team is benefiting too. Their defense has been solid, their run game is reliable, but it's Love who's unlocking the ceiling. The Packers aren't just competitive, they're a threat. And when you look around the NFC, he's closing the gap between Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, and Matthew Stafford.
Jordan Love calls his own number and gets the Packers back into the game.
One stat that jumps out: in his 33 starts, Love's adjusted net yards per attempt ranks just behind Aaron Rodgers' mark at the same stage of his career. That's not a small thing. That's a flashing neon sign that says this kid is tracking toward greatness. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Quarterback development is fragile, but Love has already shown resilience, patience, and now production. The combination is dangerous for defenses, for doubters, and for anyone trying to hold on to the QB throne. This season, some analysts are calling Green Bay a dark horse NFC contender. Why? Because Love isn't just managing games, he's elevating them. He's the difference between a fringe playoff team and a legitimate NFC threat. The story isn't finished, it's just getting started, but the outline is there. A first-round pick who bided his time, who absorbed greatness, and who is now ready to chase it himself. Jordan Love's journey is proof that sometimes patience pays off. College star, draft pick, apprentice, now emerging franchise quarterback. He's walking the path every team dreams their young QB will walk. Mahomes may be the king of the NFL right now, but Hurts, Jackson, and Allen are right there in the court. Jordan Love, he's there. He's knocking on the door, and it's starting to look like he has everything these contenders have. If the season continues the way it started, that door might swing wide open. The future in Green Bay doesn't look uncertain anymore. It looks like Jordan Love, and the league better be ready.